movie that I just saw, Always a Bridesmaid, which is a romantic comedy, and it is wonderful. It is truly an hour and 37 minutes of pure fun, innocent fun. It's just very, very good. I was very surprised because when the film started, it can seem a little cliche. However, what keeps this film interesting, despite the audience probably already knowing how the film is going to end and what is happening in the film that seems familiar to other films, it is the way that the film plays out that separates it from other films like it. So there may be other films out here that have pretty much the same storyline. However, it is the bits and pieces that come together to create the events that occur in this film that sets it apart from other films, which makes it more interesting to watch. And I didn't find myself getting bored at all. I was very drawn to this movie to the point where when I would leave the room, I had to pause the movie. Now, Always a Bridesmaid, it was released September 28th, 2019, and the writer of the film is actually Yvette Nicole Brown. If you all don't know about Yvette Nicole Brown, I remember there was a TV show a while ago, some years back, where I first heard of her, but come to find out, Yvette Nicole Brown is actually allegedly, supposedly from Cleveland. And I say that because I haven't really done too much research on her, but I'm very surprised to learn that she is from Cleveland. Now, Wikipedia says East Cleveland. However, she did graduate from Warrensville Heights, which is a surrounding city of Cleveland, basically. So when I hear things like East Cleveland or Warrensville or something like that, surrounding cities and suburbs of Cleveland, I just normally we normally say that the individual is from Cleveland, but pretty much Northeast Ohio. And I thought it was interesting because in this film, there's shots being taken at Cleveland, for example. So the film, let me just first tell you about the characters of the film. The film is basically about a young woman. She's about 29. Her name is Karina James, and she is basically entering this phase of her life where she has consistently been everyone else's bridesmaid. And it seems like a lot of these individuals are sorority sisters of hers, or old college students, that she was her old college peers rather of hers. And so she's consistently being a bridesmaid, and now she suddenly develops or not even suddenly, she's starting to develop the feelings of wanting to be a bride herself and not just a bridesmaid. Now, Karina James is played by the actress Javicia Leslie. I'm not even certain if I'm pronouncing her name right, and I apologize to her if I'm not. I'm probably going to butcher a lot of names right now, but just bear with me. And the actor who plays her love interest, Mark, is played by the actor Jordan Calloway. Now, Javicia Leslie is actually an actress. She's played in other things, but the one thing I can say I saw her in most recently was Carl Weber's The Family Business. I believe that's what it's called, The Family's Business. And I love that TV show. I'm not even sure if it's coming back or is it done. It's probably done, but let me tell you, Darren Dewitt Henson, okay, I think I said his name right. He's in that TV series as well. So a ton of people was in there. Tammy Roman, so many people was in that TV series. But Darren Dewitt Henson, one day I'm just gonna do a video dedicated strictly to him because woo. Anyway, Javicia Leslie was in that show. But like I said, she's been in other things as well. But that's the one that I can remember and I've actually seen. And if you have not seen Carl Weber's The Family Business, which is based off, I believe, his novel, Carl Weber's novel, I would strongly recommend it. I liked it. I personally liked it. So definitely check that out as well. Jordan Calloway, who plays the love interest to Javicia Leslie's character, he plays a character by the name of Mark in Always a Bridesmaid. He has been other things as well, but the most memorable for me that I've seen Jordan Calloway in is Black Lightning, which is on Netflix. and he's awesome in Black Lightning. I forgot his character's name. Somebody feel free to drop that in the comment section. What is his character's name? All I know is he is awesome and he's easy on the eyes, you know. What I'm very surprised about is that lately I've been Googling when I see there's romantic films, and normally the woman is younger than the man, but I was very surprised to see that Javicia is older than Jordan Calloway, and it's not by a lot of years, just by maybe a few years or so. She's older than Jordan Calloway, so I was like, okay, that's different, because normally I'm used to seeing that they will allow the woman to be extremely younger, if not 10 years younger than the man when it comes to these romantic comedies. So that was pretty refreshing. Anyway, Richard Lawson is in this film as well. Even though Yvette Nicole Brown wrote the film, she's actually in the film as kind of like a mentor. She's a pastor, but she's also like the mentor or therapist, or both even, to Javicia Leslie's character, Karina. And so basically, without giving the film away too much, because I really don't want to spoil it for anyone, Karina James, again, is a young lady who has lost her mom, and it seems like it's a little forward in time after she's lost her mom, and she's struggling with her insecurities when it comes to relationships. Apparently her father used to cheat on her mother, and so that has her not really trusting in men or in love in general, or even believing in it. She's kind of just going through her own journey. It's like she has a desire to be a wife, but at the same time she has her hangups that is preventing her from allowing anyone into her space so that she can even get to that point. And so when she meets the character Mark, she has a lot of apprehensions. She has a lot of issues that's keeping her from moving forward. And it's crazy because it's much like real life. And this is where the scenario becomes something that I can relate to. There was a line in the film where she said to her pastor, played by Yvette Nicole Brown / therapist or mentor, that she felt like Mark, played by Jordan Calloway, was too good for her. And I thought that was an interesting line, because I myself personally struggle with that from time to time as a young woman who grew up mostly in below poverty line areas, and having 3 children out of wedlock and things like that. I can only imagine if I met the man of my dreams today. I'm feel like personally I'm not prepared for him, let alone deserve someone like that. Like, I can definitely understand what she means, because Mark, if you see the film, the character Mark, he's just an amazing man. He has his stuff together. Yes, he has his issues, but unlike her, he's willing to move past his issues and make things work between them. And what I also like about the film is that she has her group of friends, which includes like her sorors. I don't know how to say it, the sorority sisters, basically. And then I believe it includes one man as well, who was like one of the sorority sisters' husband. And they're just it's a tight bond between them, and they're also supporting her in her journey and trying to help her no longer be single, but also end up ultimately at the altar. And they especially encourage her to have this relationship with Mark. And I really like that, because they're not teaching her to be bitter or anything. They're actually trying to get her to push through that and push past that and open herself up to love, and open herself up to one day, being a bride herself instead of just a bridesmaid. So the film is very good. It does have its funny moments. I'm not gonna say I fell out on the floor just laughing, but I do appreciate the fact that one of the actors from Wildin' Out, I don't even know if he's still on Wildin' Out, he played as one of Karina's blind dates, or however you want to put it, like one of the individuals she was set up on a date with by a friend. I thought his scene was, if I had to say which one was the funniest, I thought the scene with him was the funniest, because he was supposed to be like this foot doctor, and he just brought a hilarious aspect to the film. Now, the film did have other silly moments, but to me that was the funniest. The runner-up would be a scene with Karina James and her co-worker, who was played by a actor by the name of Bernard D. Jones. He too was very hilarious in this film. So I'm not gonna say I fell out on the floor just laughing, but at the same time, there was still a balance between the comedy and the romance. And I respect what Yvette Nicole Brown did in this film. I personally appreciate the black love, the melanated love. I have to admit, I appreciate the melanated love in this film. It was very, very refreshing to see. I just enjoyed it. And, it wasn't even like I was expecting to watch this film and turn around and do a discussion on it. But like I said, after seeing it, just sporadically watching it and seeing it, I definitely wanted to get on here and let you all know about it, and definitely recommend seeing this film. So also, I don't know if I probably didn't mention this. The film is directed by a director by the name of Trey Haley. And to be honest, he's done a lot of films. He's directed a lot of films, but one of the films that he directed is a film, two films that I saw by him, and I'm sure I've seen more, but the two that stand out the most is The Man in 3B and Perfect Combination. And the reason why these two stand out the most is because one of my favorite actors, okay, Christian Keys. If you do not know about Christian Keys, I don't know what you're doing with your life, because Christian Keys is an outstanding actor. And honey, okay, just look at him. Just look at him. So anyway, because I am so in love with Christian Keys, and his acting, of course, I've seen like probably all of his films, but one of the earliest films I've seen of Christian Keys, besides the Tyler Perry plays that he would do, was a film by the name of Perfect Combination. So as I was watching Always a Bridesmaid, I realized a lot of the way the film is shot, it definitely reminded me of Perfect Combination. I don't know, it was something about the way the film is shot. It had that essence of Perfect Combination. And come to find out, the director, Trey Haley, is also the director not only of Always a Bridesmaid, but also Perfect Combination and The Man in 3B, which is another good film that I love as well. Also, I believe the producers of the film are also from Tridestin Studios. If you don't know about Tridestin Studios, again, the films that I just mentioned, Perfect Combination, The Man in 3B, as well as Always a Bridesmaid, they're all produced by Tridestin Studios. Tridestin Studios, the CEO and producer of Tridestin Studios is a woman by the name of Indy Brown. And lo and behold, Indy Brown is also from Northeast Ohio. And I believe specifically she is from Warrensville Heights, Ohio. So going back to what I said about the joke being made about Cleveland, Ohio, is in the film, there is a scene where, without giving too much away, someone is moving to Cleveland. And someone goes, Cleveland? Who moves to Cleveland? And I think it's very funny that, and if you all don't know why I'm so stuck on it, it's because that's where I'm at, Cleveland, Ohio. So to hear the jokes about Cleveland, it's pretty interesting, seeing as so many people involved in the film, Yvette Nicole Brown, who wrote the film, are from Cleveland. And it's just kind of funny that they incorporated that in there, because I think only Clevelanders will understand that joke, that, like, who's trying to move to Cleveland. I think many of us Clevelanders, especially who wants to be in the entertainment world, is trying to get out of Cleveland to do so. So this film is just really, really good, really lighthearted, really refreshing, very refreshing to see fresh new faces. Not that I get tired of seeing the other actors that normally are in these films, but it is good to see different faces. And there was a lot of great talent. Everyone that was a part of this film played their role very well. I genuinely feel like there was no bad acting at all, and I don't feel like there was any bad scenes at all. So again, Always a Bridesmaid, I would definitely recommend you all check it out. If you've seen it, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section. Let me know if you have any films that either Yvette Nicole Brown has been in, or that Trey Haley has directed, that you like, or any of these actors that are in, actresses that are in this film have participated in. Let me know. And if you like Black Lightning, let me know about that as well. Maybe one day I'll come on here and discuss Black Lightning as well. Okay, talk to y'all soon. Peace.